Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here, today with your weekly scheduled live reaction replay video. So for those of you that are new to this series, what we do here is I take a replay from either the inbox via the email link down below, or I take a replay from the community replay channel on the community Discord server. I sit down, I load it up, and I slap the record button, and I just watch it. We watch it together. It's like I'm right there with you, behind you, inside your walls, underneath your bed, inside the glove box of your car, watching this together. So it's a little bit more entertaining than a normal replay, in my humble opinion, because you guys get my genuine live reaction to whatever it is that goes on in these replay videos, and there are plenty of shenanigans that do happen because of this. So today's replay is featuring one homeless, yeah, that's his name, homeless dude. Well, I'll probably just call homeless from here on out, in the Tier 8 American battleship, the Tennessee. So the Tennessee is actually the sister ship to the California ship that we were talking about in Monday's video when I was discussing which ships I would not buy for doubloons with the free doubloons that you'll be getting in the Grand Voyage event. The Tennessee is definitely one I would pick up if it is available. I don't know off the top of my head if it is at the moment, because the Tennessee is the California, but so much better. She's a tier higher at tier 8, which gets you that nice 32mm armor plating. And while, yes, she does have 14-inch guns at tier 8, her 14-inch guns have cruiser accuracy, which makes them so much more dangerous than the California's guns that are just kind of when it comes to accuracy. So the Tennessee was a big hit when it came out. I mean, it's also the Tennessee, real still historical ship. We always love to see when those come to the game. So the Tennessee's thing is, of course, well, there you go. Cruiser accuracy on those 14-inch guns. I mean, do you have somebody's broadside? I don't care if you're a tier 8, a tier 9, or a tier 10 ship. 12 14-inch guns going into, or 14-inch shells going into your broadside are going to do some serious damage. Now, of course, the downside, like you just saw there at the Vladivostok, is that, well, obviously when you run into something that has enough armor or is angled enough, you're not going to do a whole lot because your overmatch capability is pretty minimal at tier 8 with 14-inch guns. And obviously, too, the Tennessee is a battleship. It's slow. It's a massive target. Although Homeless is running the brisk commander skill on it, so it does get a little bit of a bump to its top speed when he is undetected. But he is not undetected at the moment, thanks to, well, him firing at the Vladivostok, and I do believe the CV looks like he is favoring this side. 11.4 kilometer detection on the Tier 8 battleship is also not bad at all, so brisk does very much make sense on the Tennessee. You have a Baltimore there that's looking a little bit broadside. He's angled in at the moment, but he might be turning around here in a second. Oh, there is the sub. This is a Tier 8 game. It is a sub CV game as well. Oh, yeah, there we go. Bro came out. Yep, there he goes. He's turning out a little bit. Shots out. He's checking to make sure he's not going to hit that island there. And a little bit forward, yeah, so a lot of them do, unfortunately, overlead the Baltimore there a little bit. Gets a hit on the submarine and causes... Ooh, there goes the mines. Oh, Law! Law, that was you, sir! Oh, Lawman 1981. He is a fellow member of TSOF. He's one of the fellows that helped me run the clan. Was not expecting the Law surprise in the replay, the lawman cameo. Okay, well, wow. Did not have a great game there, did you, bud? Who hasn't been there before? Alright, so there we go. Good hit on the Baltimore there. Most of those shells went into a superstructure. Got a nice chunk of damage down there. Don't think he's going to be with us for too much longer. Nope. The Massachusetts makes sure of that. 1 for 1, though. One cruiser for one cruiser at this moment. Up, there goes the enemy Kazakh B. Guess it's not better than an Akazuki. Kansas there, the tech line counterpart to the Tennessee. Hi, Kansas. How you doing? The problem is that, of course, the Kansas has 16-inch guns instead of the 14-inch guns that the Tennessee has. They are still quite thick girls each. And good hit there. Lots of rolls to bite into with the Kansas. Was it? No, that was like 20k, wasn't it? And just pins, not even a Citadel. Unfortunately, the San Diego did go down. I was talking about that ship yesterday, how good that ship is. But yeah, if you get ran up on by a German heavy cruiser, it's probably not going to survive that encounter. Well, actually, that's a Panzer ship. That's one of the new heavy German cruisers coming out in a few patches. All right, pretty broadside Kansas here again. Good pins again, 11k there. Another nice bit of damage taken out of the Kansas. Kansas shells are coming in return, but they do miss. Someone back there, I think the Amagi, managed to bite off a bit of HP through Homeless's superstructure. Yeah, those are the Amagi shells. Oh, we have an Omnivore that's just walking very aggressively towards Homeless right now, though he's got a Keenum, Massachusetts he's about to deal with. Kansas does get some shells landing on target to return the favor for removing 30k. Oh my god, 11k to the Kansas. Now 40k HP from the Kansas's HP. All right, double depth charges on the Salmon. There we go. Direct hit there. That seemed like a rather small amount of damage for a direct hit. Second set of depth charges seem to do a little bit better of a job there. So the submarine is not having a good time. The L'Aventurier is running it down. Yeah, that sub is not going to be with us for too much longer. Another round of depth charges out on the sub there. 5k to the Kansas. By now his superstructure is quite saturated, so he's not getting those good chunks off of it as much. Let's see, he's going to get with the depth charges here. Yeah, so he knocked out a torpedo too, but the DD here is going to just obliterate him, knock him out of the water. And goodbye, Mr. Salmon. All right, another round. Yep, there goes the Salmon. Another round off on the Kansas. What's his reload down to right now? Let's see. 27 seconds. Oh, beautiful, 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 beautiful. 3,000 damage on the Kansas. So he's been shooting on this Kansas, doing a really good job of taking down this Kansas's HP. But so far, both sides have been going tit for tat at the moment. The enemy team did, of course, just lose their sub, so that's a big disadvantage. Friendly sub, the Alliance, is not looking too good, but he is still alive, which is much better than the red sub. Okay, let's see, mostly broadside Kansas, angled out a little bit here, forward guns out on him. It's like RNG didn't really like him, that salvo. And yeah, 3,500 damage is indeed damage. Just hoping for some more shell hits, though. Looks like the destroyer is probably going to take him out here with either the torpedoes or the guns. And Brisk is back up because he's gone undetected. One torpedo hit, down to 600 HP. There we go. Yeah, the destroyer's going. Well, no, it looks like most of those shells hit that island there. It's like the Kansas gets to live with an incredible amount of adrenaline rush going for him. Unfortunately, Homeless can't really shoot him at the moment because he is behind that island. So in the meantime, he'll take a shot at this Amagi with his main battery guns. Unfortunately, the Amagi took a shot at the Alliance with his main battery guns. That did not do so well for the Alliance. That Kansas is really getting away with 600 HP. Oh, there he is. Come on, get him. Get him, get him, get him. You deserve this kill. You've removed most of this man's HP. Up to 101,000 damage so far. All right. Number 3 turret out. Number 4 turret out. That should be a dead. Oh, he's healing now. God, that's what sucks. When those guys go dark, just buys him just enough time to pop a heal. Yeah, he's going to get away again. He's running for the hills, though. All right, situation is going quite south for the green team right now. They're down half the team. The Albemarle just went down. Enemy side still only down 4 ships. And that Kansas did get away. Broadside Amagi, though. Amagi's a really tough ship. Okay, Hornets aircraft. Oh, there's a Yukikaze there, 7 kilometers away. Can he finish him off? Good pins on the Amagi there. Okay, cool. The Olin gets the Yukikaze. Brisk is back on the menu, boys. Kansas getting his shots out. Although Kansas hasn't really been landing too many of his shots on Homeless here. And yeah, these shells are no different. Alright, so the bad thing is the cap is fairly open right now. You got the knees back that's creeping up on along with the Harlem. Veneto and Vladivostok are pushing down the middle as well. Fortunately, the enemy destroyers are all sunk, so no one can sneak into the cap, except for maybe the Harlem. But the Oland is in the cap right now, so he should be spotted before he gets there. Oh my god, Key is like almost dead. 994 HP. A lot of triple-digit ships in this replay. The importance of getting the kill. Oh, there you go. Key did get a heal off, but unfortunately the Kansas broadside is too mighty. DFAA is popped. Here come the Hornet bombers. Ooh, nice! 31k to the Veneto. Like I said, boys, doesn't matter who you are. 12 14-inch shells to the side. Not a good time. Alright, so Torp's out on the Veneto from the Olin. This should finish him off if he gets a couple of hits. He also has the Vladivostok's broadside here. Unfortunately, it looks like he did not get any hits on the Olin, but some hits on the Vladivostok, though. Very good. Vladivostok is slightly angled, which is all he really needs to be in order to make the Tennessee's guns pretty much an afterthought. Harlem, though, a little bit turn to the out, and that Harlem will be pretty broadside from 15 kilometers away. Vladivostok, though, is about to have him spotted here, 9.8 kilometers. He's angled in. Tough decisions. Harlem is in the cap now, so the race is on to sink the Harlem or get in the red team's cap before he gets done capping. All right, so shells out on the Harlem. Good hit, 7K, resetting him there. There's that Veneto down to 1,000 HP. Massachusetts is not doing so well. Popping his heel because it is sap. It's going to do damage pretty much no matter what. Now, unfortunately, he's either got to dart into this island or he's got to turn out and show an uncomfortable amount of broadside to the Vladivostok, who is steeply angled, pretty angled into him. All right, Salvo's out on the Vladivostok. Pobeda takes out the knees back. Gets a couple of pins on the Vladivostok. Knocks out his front two turrets, though. That's pretty good. All right, here come the Harlem planes. He is moving, so yeah, there we go. Should be able to dodge most of them. Yep, dodges all of them. Excellent job. All right. So you got a Harlem, you got a Vladivostok from 8 kilometers. Vladivostok is angled in pretty steeply. Harlem, on the other hand, is angled in, but it is a cruiser at the end of the day. L'Aventurier is out there being bullied by the CV. Nicely done. Good hit on the Harlem for Confederate and high caliber. And there come the shells from probably the Amagi or the Candace. Unfortunately, though, the Veneto, who was just about dead a few seconds ago, takes out the Massachusetts. It is now a 4v6, boys and girls. Ooh, that hurt. DFAA up for the Harlem's aircraft. Unfortunately, only gets a handful there, but looks like he might get him here with this salvo. Alright, those missed. And, beautiful. 14K to the Harlem. Sinking the Harlem. But unfortunately, it's still 4 versus 5 for the time being. Now, it looks like this little French boat here is about to have a very good time with that Vladivostok. If I know what French destroyer commanders are like. Alright, so Vlad thinks he's got it made there. Although he should be, yeah, no, they're definitely sure detecting one another. So, I mean, he can do it. If he can get around that corner fast enough, he might eat a little bit of crap here from the Vladivostok. And he does. Not too bad, considering he's about to get a whole Vladivostok. Yes, sir. Goodbye, Vlad. And, not enough. Okay, no, it is enough. There we go. Very cool. Alright. Vlad is down. Thank you, Mr. Destroyer. Right, Veneto, on the other hand, ooh, that's a pretty nice side. Alright, gets his broadside out. Veneto is angled, but the side armor on the Veneto is not that great. If you ever played a Roma, or of course any of the clones, you guys know that. And good pins on the Veneto. Unfortunately, not enough to sink him. Solo, 5,000 HP. L'Aventurier gets his torps out on the Veneto. Don't know if they're going to make it, though. Veneto should pretty much know that those are on the way. Alright, so still an uphill battle at the moment. I suspect the cap points are flipped, considering how long the Harlem was in the green team's cap. So I believe the green team's points are the red team's points, the red team's points are the green team's points. Why is it glitched? Always has been like that. So I do apologize, but that's the replay system. Okay, so we're down to 2 friendly destroyers. One's a L'Aventurier with 4,000 HP. One is an Oland with around 10,000 HP. We've got Homeless here in his Tennessee with about 25,000 HP left. Mai's at pretty good health, and Kansas is, well, that's bottle, all he can recover. But we do have a CV up on both sides as well. Shots out. There we go. Veneto is sunk, but unfortunately, the Veneto does take the L'Aventurier with him. So now, ladies and gentlemen, it is now a 3v3. The red team is winning at this point, or should be winning at this point. Again, the points are more than likely flipped. Let's see, when someone gets sunk, we'll confirm my suspicions there. Oland, unfortunately, eating a bit of damage there from the Candace, and the Hornet is, I don't think those are the B-25s, but the B-25s are pretty deadly against most destroyers. Those are the AP bombs, which would do almost nothing to an Oland, even if he lands them on him. I guess you just try and keep him spotted for the Kansas and the Amagi. Amagi, we know, is pretty full with his HP. That's pretty terrifying. And, of course, the Hornet is still up. But the friendly side does have a Pobeda. Pobeda is a pretty dang good carrier. Oh, look at that. That almost full health Amagi, 17 kilometers away. He is broadside, though, so the shells are out. Don't know how well that's going to handle him. Olin gets his torps out on him. Pabetta's going for him too. I would focus on the Candace, of course. Oof, yeah, Magi. Magi's a tough girl. She can take lots of abuse. So the Kansas, I mean, if I'm the Pobetta, I'm going for the Kansas. I mean, he's solo. That's not a great call there from the Pobetta, in my humble opinion. So shots out on the Amagi. Of course, some of you might think, well, Sealord, Homeless can shoot the Kansas. It's almost at the edge of his range. He probably won't be able to lead him enough to do anything. All right, Hornets coming in. Are those the B-25s? If those are the B-25s, that Olin may be about to have a very bad day. I'm not sure what the icon looks like off the top of my head. It's unfortunately been a minute since I played the Hornet. Yeah, Magi's got HE out on that Olin. Here come the airplanes, and oh dang, down to 1200 HP. Oof. See, the enemy team is doing an excellent job of focusing fire at this moment. They know they need to get that destroyer down because that will greatly reduce the green team's ability to cap the point. So Kansas, I would be laser focusing that Kansas so hard right now. He needs to go down. All right, the Hornets torpedoes are coming up next. Again, he's mainly just spotting them for the enemy ships to shoot. That Amagi is doing a pretty good job of draining him from freaking 12, 13 kilometers away. That's pretty far when you're dealing with a destroyer. All right, hello, Kansas. Your sleep paralysis demon, known as the Tennessee, is back. That might be a dead Kansas there. He's pretty broadside. AP out. Oh, not sure if he let him enough that time, though. Dang, unfortunately not. Okay, DFA is going on the Hornet. Ooh, they just clipped the Olin there, bring him down to 400 HP. Alright, he's going to eat these torps here, unfortunately. He's trying to keep his main battery guns on the Kansas, though. Oof. Yeah, I would have maneuvered a little bit. I get he's trying to sink the Kansas as fast as possible, but a little bit of maneuvering never hurt anybody. There we go. Citadel on the Kansas. What the heck? That is one hell of some plunging fire angles there. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So yeah, the points are a flip. We just saw that the green team, according to the replay, the green team just lost 60 points there. But as we know, that was indeed not a green team ship. All right, so the points are flipped. They are now winning, and now the Hornet has been discovered by the Olin, but I think the Olin's probably about to go down. Oh, no, he does not go down here. RNG favors the bold, and more Citadels. 22k on the Hornet there. Okay, now unfortunately, this Olin does go down. I'm pretty sure the points are going to flip back into the red team's favor. Hornet, man, dude, you gotta, I don't know what he's thinking sitting there in the open. He should be really chilling on an island there. So now it's a race to sink that Olin before the Hornet gets sunk here by Homeless, which, oh my god, 20k, so close. All right, Hornet bombs coming in on the Olin. He's going to get one more shot here if this Olin gets taken out. He's up to 258,000 damage. Holy crap. Torpedoes are out on the Hornet, courtesy of the Olin. Shots out. There goes the Hornet. I'm sorry, there goes the Olin. So the Hornet survives this. He gets to escape there, but he is not going to survive this, ladies and gentlemen. And boom, there you go. Flipping the points back into the green team's favor at the last second. So now, all he really needs to do is survive this round. Those are the B-25s. He needs to survive this round of Doolittle Raiders and not get sunk. And then this will be a win. But he's at 23k HP. Those planes are pretty crazy. The B-25s, they can easily do 10k damage, without even thinking about it. And then, of course, the fire chances are quite high on their bombs. And here he comes. All right, so he does pop DFAA. He does have a fighter squadron around him, courtesy of the Pobetta. And there we go. Oh, they're not the B-25s. They are the normal AP bombers. So, yeah, there we go. Yeah, measly 4,700 damage. And with this shot from the Amagi, whew, that should be it, ladies and gentlemen. 35 seconds left on the clock. I believe Homeless has it in the bag. That was one hell of a game. I would throw it in reverse, just to be sure. Because if he goes down, then the Pobetta's got to sink the Amagi. They're just trading tit for tat here at the end. 15 seconds. popping the spotter. All right, Amagi is rushing back down. So yeah, I mean, this is flying a little close to the sun here. I wouldn't necessarily be doing this because you never know what's going to happen. But last bit of damage off of the Amagi, 4,100 damage for a grand total of 272,000 damage. 4 ships sunk, 1 shy of a Kraken. Looks like Amagi did a little bit of blind firing in return. Oh my god, that's an E game, I can tell you that much there. Confederate, high caliber, and Dreadnought. Yeah, he went through all of his hills there too. Talk about back and forth. 3,200 base XP, very well earned from Homeless here. So my god, that is a game. I wish we had more games like that. That was an amazing game, dude. 1.2 million credits. Holy crap, man. What bonuses were you running? Yeah, 40% and then the package. Okay. Wow. Dang. All right. Made him quite a bit of coin. That look at that. Look at that profit there too. Beautiful things when you have great matches in premium ships. But yeah, Homeless dude, man, thank you so much for sending this in. This is an amazing game. Loved watching it. I'm sure you guys that stuck around to the end loved seeing it too. So yeah, if you have a game like this, please send it into the channel. I'd love to get it up on the channel. If you did like what you saw, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel for more. Hope you guys have a wonderful Thursday, wonderful rest of your week. Hope to catch you guys in the next one.